Yes, well, my step-grandfather was a major player in New York and on Wall Street. Actually had a building named after himself. Came down here in the late 50s and early 60s to retire, and found that he was bored stiff in retirement. So his first assignment was for the John and Mabel Ringling estate. They owned Longboat Key, and in 1961 he successfully closed a transaction selling Longboat Key to a guy named Arthur Vining Davis for the whopping sum of $16 million. And that name, Arthur Vining Davis, went on to become Arvida, which is certainly well known in the state of Florida. My father actually came to St. Petersburg in the 40s and ran a real estate and insurance business and sold real estate to a legendary figure in St. Pete called Ed Wright. And Ed Wright, the Ed Wright estate, held thousands of acres, particularly in the Gateway area. So as an offshoot from that, I came to Tampa, where the action was, and started the Dickman Company in the early 80s. And hopefully my son Ben will continue on.
Well, he cast a big shadow, and not just because he's a big guy. I mean, he's 6'6", so that's a big shadow in and of itself. But, you know, Dad is well known in the community. I jokingly refer to him as the mayor of South Tampa because he's so well known around here. But he's well respected. It's a pleasure to work with him. He keeps me straight. You know, it's when you get into this business, there's a lot to learn. And unfortunately, in the state of Florida, the educational program for commercial real estate leaves you woefully unprepared for this business. So when you can have a mentor that has an understanding through experience and through all this involvement in the marketplace, it's very helpful. Case in point, I'm working on an industrial deal with a client right now in a park that my father sold many parcels during the development of the park. So he has an immersive understanding into the process that makes my job a lot easier.